Man, what's good, man? Your boy King of Relationships, man. I want to tell y'all something, man. I'm just doing a walk and talk video. And I'm going to tell you, I understand my situation don't look professional. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to give y'all a little bit of knowledge, you know what I mean, about, my experience in life, because experience is key. I hear a lot of people speak about relationships and stuff, and I respect them. And a lot of relationships be on point. But I also see a lot of confusion going on in the world. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of speak to y'all just off my experience and understanding the world on a bigger scale than a lot of what they speak about, you see? And I say that because, me traveling all across the world, like 92 countries right now. I have had a lot of experience when it comes to, female nature across the world. And one thing I have learned, that it really don't change too much. People might say, well, you go to this country, females are different. The westernized women, that's the way they are. But then you go to Bangkok, Thailand, or you go to Africa, you go to Colombia, you go to Dominican Republic, the women are changed. Now, I don't think that they changed. From what my experience is, they're just in a different kind of environment, that they have to accept things that they don't have to accept from the westernized women. And the reason why the westernized women are able to get away with that, able to say, I'm independent, I don't got to listen to no man, is because they got more access. By them having more access to funds, access to money, access to having their own job, it makes their ego inflate. So let me tell you what I mean by that. Let me give you an example so you could get a better understanding. So let's say right now you go to a country that their currency isn't that strong, and you from America, and the only reason why the woman probably got the respect she have for you is not because she from that country. Oh, let this truck pass by. This is just a straightforward ghetto video, but I want to make sure y'all hear this. The difference with that woman is that she don't have the resource and she don't have the funds to inflate her ego. All right? I want you to think about even yourself in general. If you don't have funds, let's let these vehicles go by. Yeah, I don't know why these boys got these loud ass pipes on their trucks, man. Man, I guess that's their style, but they want the whole neighborhood must be the head I'm coming by. Oh my God. But anyway, they don't have the access, to the funds that a lot of the westernized women have. So let me explain to you what I mean by that. I gotta get off this highway. Y'all give me a minute. Like I tell you, this is just a straightforward video. You see? I'm just being honest with y'all about, what I have understood about traveling these countries and seeing what's happening out here. And nobody could give it to y'all better than I could give it to y'all. You see, because one thing about it, somebody could tell y'all about relationships and the problems we face. I'm gonna detour in this neighborhood so I can continue talking. They could tell you about the problems and what we face in relationships. But then they could tell men, well, y'all go ahead and run to Philippines and get y'all a good woman in Philippines. Bro, let me tell you something. And then as soon as you turn around, bring the woman to America, she have access to the same resources that the American woman have, then she turns into the American woman. The only way that maybe that won't happen is if she's in a position where she is very humble and submissive, and she gonna let you control the relationship. You know, she is going to pretty much let you be the man. And let's say she don't have access to the streets, because she don't really care about having access to the streets. You know, she don't care about having girlfriends, girl nights out, and hanging out with other people to give her the knowledge in the game of life. You know what I'm saying? That's what's taking place, that how other women destroy other relationships, because maybe that woman might say, oh, your man ain't doing enough for you, and why can't you do this, and why can't you do that? But the thing is, how you know that that woman is definitely like that? See, that's where the problem comes in at, you know what I mean? A lot of people out here are great pretenders. So it's still a chance you taking regardless of anything. But the reason why I'm talking to y'all and bringing this to y'all attention is because of the fact that I done traveled all across this world. I done been all to different countries, and I know exactly what we facing. And from what I see, it don't even matter. It's all about having access to the same access the westernized women have. Once they have that access, they will change on you in a minute, because now their ego just got inflated. So, you know what I'm saying? I just have to tell it to y'all as real as it get. Because, you know, let's just say a relationship coach is telling y'all, and I'm not a relationship coach, I'm just a man of experience. So don't look at me as a relationship coach and stuff like that. I'm just a man of experience that been around this world and have had opportunities to meet these women face to face, has seen what these women have done, have seen how these women have changed on their man, all because of the fact that they got the access to have a better life. And once that ego and that ego get inflated, they will change on you in a minute. So it's just the fact, hey, listen, it has nothing to do with what country they from. Now, don't get it twisted. Some people are raised different. That's why, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everybody bad, but you have to vet the woman for a long time, fellas. You go to these countries, you have to really vet them. You got to see how they operate under conditions. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you what I learned even being in them countries. A lot of them women, they don't like no man telling them nothing. They say they don't like no relationship with conditions. I might as well tell you the honest truth. And my thing is, it's not about conditions. It's about respect to me. Because me, myself, personally, as a man, I'm not going to take it no other way. It's not that I'm trying to control anybody, but I have to be honest with y'all. I feel like, for an example, before I would marry a woman, no way I'm going to marry a woman and she ain't going to listen to what I say. Because if I'm the head of the house, now I put her as the neck. Let me tell you what I mean. The neck hold up the head. Why would I marry you if you're not going to be submissive to me? What is my purpose of marrying you and vowing and saying, like I don't get the purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see a lot of people getting married out here just because, you know what I'm saying? I guess they want to be married so bad, or they lonely. I'm not a lonely type of man. If I marry you, you're going to be submissive to me. But I'm going to vet you for a long time to see if you built to be submissive. And if you're not built to be submissive, I'll just continue being a single man. Because when you're a single man, you don't have to worry about rather this woman's submissive to you. You don't have to worry about the extra baggage, the extra drama. And let's face the reality. A lot of women want to be in control, but don't know how could I say this word? They want to be in control, but they're all over the place because they deal on emotions. Emotions could tell them to do this 1 second. Emotions could tell them to do something the next second. And I'm not saying all women. I ain't never said that. You have some women that's very organized and really have their life together. But you have a lot of them that don't have their life together. And I think one of the biggest mistakes as men is we get into this mode. Once they done got us, once the woman done see that we're in love, we stop being a man. Because all of a sudden now, she feels like, oh, I got him now. He gonna do what I say do when I want him to do it. So now you become weak. Now she runs you over. You see, you done lost your position, your role. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be the man. She's supposed to follow you in your lead. But it's the fact that y'all men start to get to the point, y'all start getting weak for the woman. Once y'all get weak for the woman, then she controlling your whole world. And that's what is happening in a lot of relationships. So I suggest to any man, the best role to take, no matter where you go at in this world, you know what you expect as a man and what you want. Don't accept nothing else. Have standards. Say what you mean and mean what you say. That's all. Say what you mean and mean what you say. If you want a submissive woman, you already know the next level is from girlfriend, fiance to wife. My suggestion to you is this. If you really like this woman, okay, y'all start dating, y'all having great times together, y'all getting to know each other. Take it to the next level. Put the engagement ring on the finger. Yeah, put the engagement ring on the finger. But let me tell you something. That don't mean you gonna get married. If that woman don't prove to you that she respect your standards as a man and is going to be the type of woman that's going to make that man happy for him, don't waste your time. Everybody got different expectations they want from a woman. Me, myself, personally, a woman have to be submissive to me. And that's just it. And that's just my expectations. You got some men don't care that they woman going out with girls nights out all the time and going to the nightclub and all that. Hey, you could go for it, but brother, hey, I ain't doing all that. But it just depends on your standards and what your expectations are on what you're willing to have patience with. When you weigh your pros and cons in that relationship, what makes you happy for what makes you unhappy. Like I say, different strokes for different folks. But the thing is, fellas, it don't matter where you go out in this world. A woman gonna be a woman. It's called woman nature. And one thing I have to be honest with y'all, I have learned this. Because they had the whole passport bro movement and saying all these fellas is going to other countries and meeting all these women and they're so submissive and they this and they this and they that. But then I heard a lot of people saying, well, don't take them women to America. Leave them in the country they're in. So my question to them is, so what's the purpose of me going to Brazil, meet a beautiful Brazilian, and I got a house in America, I got my life established in America, but if I can't marry her and bring her to America, that don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's like, okay, so I got to keep her in an environment because she might get out of hand in America. Well, if that's going to be the case, I might as well be honest with you, fellas. I might as well just say I see her when I see her. Because if a woman want to take it to the next level, she won't get married, maybe have a family, have some kids one day, you got to bring her home. You see, that's just the next level to life. You going to give her your last name or leave her where she at? No, she got to have access to your world also. So, you know, I just wanted to enlighten your brothers a little bit on my experience of this living abroad, visiting all these countries, meeting women all over the world, and what I can see is really happening. It's not about meeting another woman in another country. It's how she was raised. It's what her standards are. Do her standards meet your standards? Are y'all on the same page? Are y'all compatible? Is she just acting like this because she don't have the access to being an independent lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? Because some women just do that just because they don't have the access to the money like you have. So they're pretending you, oh, I'm such a submissive woman. Why are you submissive though? Are you submissive? What would happen if you get in an independent state where you change on me? So fellas, a lot of that you need to think about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna close out on this video right here and let y'all fellas know from experience of what I done seen in this life and what I done went through. A lot of situations that taking place in this world is just because it's woman nature. And the more access she have to other places, the more her ego could be bigger and the more she won't listen to you. So get to know this person for a while and make sure y'all compatible. But people could change at any time. But I understand that. But usually the patterns don't change too much. Some people are just built to be humble. Some people are just built to be submissive. You know what I mean? A lot of it got to do with how they was raised. You know what I'm saying? Was it a mom and dad in the home? You know what I'm saying? How's their tradition? What did they teach the woman? So a lot of that, you got to think about all that, you see? Just something to think about, man. Some relationship advice. And just letting y'all know before y'all travel abroad and think that everything is so great abroad in another country, y'all need to think twice. Because in the reality of things, let me tell you something. What type of access do this person have? Why they just humble the way they are? Is it real or is it fake? The king of relationships. Peace.